Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 6th, and it is the first day of CES. I am here in the parking lot, and it is 8 o'clock. My shift starts at 9:05, but like I said, with events, you just never know what's going to happen, and I wanted to make sure that there was going to be plenty of parking available. And I also am working on the show floor, and I don't know exactly where that's going to be. So I wanted to also get here early for that reason, to see how long of a walk it's going to be and all the things. And you just, like I said, you never know. So I'm here an hour early. What happened is this morning I had a plan to stop at Starbucks, but I got delayed. I got delayed doing some stupid shit, but that's why I build plenty of time into my morning. Like this morning I woke up at 5, but I try to build plenty of time into my morning just because I know myself, and I know that I need to build in a cushion for myself to make sure that even though my plan was to leave the house at 7, I didn't leave till 7:30. So anyway, day one of CES. This is my day 2 of being down here, but day 1 of CES, and excited, and we'll see how the day goes. I want to go ahead and put my shoes on and my socks and everything and start walking over to find out where I'm going to be. Make it a great day, make it a great life, make it a great evening, make it a great everything. Okay, and before I get going, the other thing I wanted to add that I thought about when I was putting my shoes on is that, see, events people, they know, right? I mean, like, you are going to do an event with 150,000 people. You have to be some organized people. 1,400 speakers, 400 sessions, all in the course of 3 days. I mean, you have to be organized. And so I love that about working in the events industry, is working with organized people. But what I was going to say is that the first session that is going to be on the stage where we're going to be doesn't start until I think 10:30, and they're having us come at 9. So you see, everybody plans early because shit happens, and that's why, you just, I don't know. I used to be last minute at everything. Last minute. 20-page papers I used to write at UC Berkeley overnight because I would wait till the last minute. But this has really trained me to not do that. And I swear to God, for those of you who are procrastinators and last minute and all that, it'll change your life. You will be so much less full of adrenaline. But at the same time, I understand that adrenaline can fuel you sometimes, and life can be quiet and boring when you stop rushing around doing everything. So anyways, I'm going in now, and we'll see what kind of content I can also get today, even though my main focus is work. We're at security. See, and this is also why you get here early, because now I'm standing in line at security. And they gotta check my bag, so it's a whole thing, which I'm not complaining. I think it's great. because we want to make sure we're safe. Little meeting pods. I think that's interesting because you know I used to work for PwC. Oh, I wonder. See, and this is also perfect example. I don't know exactly where I'm going because I don't know where that thing dropped me off at. So that's why we take our time. But I think this is the right direction. Oh, this is the North Hall. CTA Center. Central Hall. That's where I need to go. So, I don't know exactly where I'm going. So, they have all the people who are directionals with the Ask Me signs, so I'll ask somebody. This is a good picture. So here I am, it's 8:23, and I'm in this big ass hall, and I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I need to ask somebody.
Working with our customers, providing the latest technologies, and being inside electronic components, electronic products for the last 90 years. So it started with audio visual, we got into the PC era, the smartphone era, now we're driving the transformation.
Oh, I found a map. Okay, let's see. I am here, and I am looking for the creator stage. Alright, this is where I'm working. See, we made it. See, I'm hot and sweaty, but I found it. I had to use the mobile app though, which is all good because the mobile app was awesome. It helped me find the location. But I'm gonna try to have to orient myself to remember what's the best place to come in and all the things. But this is why we get here early, because what time is it? 8:34, and my start time is 9 o'clock. And look at my hair. Did I say look at my hair? And gives me time to have my body cool down and get some content and relax before we start. And because I know I get hot and sweaty, I have a microfiber towel that I keep in my purse, a little mini towel, Amazon, and it's all good. Day 2, I mean, well, it's day 2 for me, but it's day 1 of CES. Super cool. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but the other thing I would say is, did you see some of the booths? Or I'll show you probably at the end, but amazing how much money and time and effort they put into building all of this for only 3 days. Incredible. The largest technology show in the world and the largest convention in Las Vegas. I'm excited to be here. Yep, I just checked the sign. First session doesn't start till 10:30, so everybody plans ahead. So most people already have all their stuff set up in this area. I'm in the area called the creator space or the creator stage, but I'm just going to turn my camera around so you can see that some people probably wish they would have started earlier. Hello! So the lady we're working with is hella cool. She just told us that we could chill until 10 o'clock and it's 9 o'clock. So we could just sit and relax. So I came to go to the bathroom, but let me show you a little bit more of the hall. See, branding is everything. I'm gonna walk down the ramp so I can get more. But yeah, the lady's hella cool. She's super relaxed. She said that one of the speakers was running behind, and so she felt relaxed because she finally got in touch with the speaker, and the speaker has arrived. So all good. So now I have time to go to the restroom and chill for an hour. What is going on right here? Yeah, for sure. Some kind of my partner that's scanning with me the people that are coming into this area. She just went to run to the restroom because we started we clocked in at 9:15, and then they told us, well, just chill until 10 o'clock. So we've just been sitting here talking, relaxing. There's some like little AI robot thing here. Let me show you. I don't really get what it's doing, but here's the other cool thing is that the manager just told us that since we have a break between 11:15 and 11:45, between 11:45 and then we have to be start scanning again at 1:45. He told us we could walk around and take a break, and so we have like a 2-hour break that we're gonna get paid for. And we can eat our lunch, walk around the show floor. They just told us, please don't take anything, like, you know, if they have giveaways and stuff like that. But God is good. Says something about Newport AI. So maybe if I'm interested, I will check it out. But the other thing I would say is what's really cool is that the show floor is open now. They opened at 9 o'clock, and right now it is 9:41. I thought it would be way more crowded. I thought there would be like 10 million people, and it's actually not too bad. I mean, over here in this area that we're in, I mean, even the whole show floor is not as crowded as I thought it was gonna be. So anyways, let's see what they're doing over here. Trying to zoom in on his shirt. What is that? Newport. I'm trying to take a picture. This is the kind of random shit that I would actually go home and look it up and be like, oh, look at that. Look, that's neat. All right, so we still have, what time is it? We still have 20 minutes. We're just sitting here chilling. Life is good, God is good. Okay, show floor is opening in about 5 minutes. Here we are, Creator Space, Nicole D. Ford Vegas, working CES. The Creator Space session starts at 10:30. Creator Space, AV Tech. Wow, what is this over here? Body Friend. Okay, that's something I'm going to be looking up on the internet too, probably. Lowe's. I think Lowe's is a sponsor of this area. Oh no, maybe not. So yeah, Lowe's is a sponsor. for lunch. I don't know if you can hear me because I don't have a mic and there's a lot of people, a lot of ambient noise. But I'm about to have lunch. Had to stand longer than I was expecting, but so far I'm making it and it should be fine. But yeah, it's way more busy in here now. I'm not going to walk around because my feet hurt. So this is it for me. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my lunch. Sorry.
Would you like to do another one?
especially for like this show and everything. There's lots of people from different countries and everything. So. Got any quick questions about the town?
No, we're here. We live in Vegas, so we're working today.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, that's why we're tired. Because we're
Yes.
standing.
Oh, yeah.
Standing, standing.
Yeah.
Standing and talking. All right. Shift is supposed to be over at 4:05, but we got off early. And as you can see, I'm hot and sweaty. It's the middle of winter, but I have the AC on right now. And this is also why I usually allow extra time, because I don't know if it's menopause or what it is, but I do be getting hot. But here's the wonderful thing. Besides the fact that it was a good day, I did a lot more standing than I wanted to, but my Hoka's held up and my Happy Feet insoles held up, and luckily, even though I did a lot more standing than I wanted to, I'm happy that I was able to stand, number one, and number two, it was like, a half hour at a time, 45 minutes at a time, 1 hour at a time, and then a break. And then we had a long break in the middle of the afternoon. And I'll probably insert some pictures and videos of, it was just like, my feet hurt too bad. I don't feel like walking anywhere. I'm about to sit right around in this creator stage area and eat my lunch, which she said was fine. And so just to emotionally regulate and get some calm in my life, because there's a lot of noise and a lot of people, put my headphones on, listen to a little bit of YouTube, relaxed. And it did turn out that the creator stage is about content creation. And I'm like, wow, they talk about alignment with the universe. I was like, man. And so, obviously with what I'm doing, I don't know if I'll ever be able to legitimately call myself a content creator like these people. I mean, these people, they were talking about, they handle brand deals for Mr. Beast, and he has like 100 million subscribers, I think, or something. And so anyways, it was cool though, and got 3,800 steps in, 3,752. And I walked 2 miles today, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm getting ready to head home. I just wanted to kind of woosah, cool off a little bit. My feet are definitely hurting. Like, that's also a reason why I wanted to make sure that I had my food together, because hold on one second. I don't know where I got cut off, but I wanted to make sure that I had my food together, because I know that once I get home, I'm not going to be wanting to stand on my feet trying to cook. I don't want to cook anyway. And then I knew it's a possibility that I would be doing more standing than I was expecting. And so last thing I want to do is go home and stand on my feet. So I knew that I would be door dashing every day if I didn't have my food together, especially if I went home hungry. But man, my lunch was really good. It wasn't anything fancy, just a turkey sandwich with some mayonnaise and mustard, and a slice of Swiss cheese on some thin sliced wheat bread. And then I had a bag of chips and some peanut M&Ms and Snickers. And I talk about spending money, but one thing I do spend money on is insulated water bottles, because I love to have cold water. And I love insulated water bottles because the ice stays cold all day. And then they have water stations all throughout. And I can just keep filling up my water bottle all day and have cold water. And I love to have cold water. So there's probably more to say, but right now I'm getting ready to head home. My feet actually don't hurt too bad, which I'm excited about. I really don't want to do a lot of standing. But we actually did a lot of standing and kind of walking around because we had to basically scan everybody's badge because they're trying to capture the attendance of how many people attended the creator stage sessions. And so people were coming in, and the way they had the booth set up, or the area set up, you'll see it because I'll post some videos and pictures. It was open, and so we had to like walk around and try to track people down and say, hey, can in a polite way, may we scan your badge, because they wanted to they want to see what's popular versus not. So when they're developing content for next year, they kind of know, okay, we had X number of people in this section. This section was more popular than this section, and a lot of good content. In some cases, I was like, man, I got to scan these badges. I need to be listening to these people. But like I said, I don't even know if I really want to be a content creator and do brand deals and all that stuff. Like, I don't even know if that's something that interests me in a long-term vision, like 5 years from now. Because they were talking about you have to plan out your content like 3 and 9 months in advance. And I'm like, shoot, I'm way too spontaneous for that. But, you never know. So, maybe God put me there for a reason. So anyways, I'm going to head out now. And it was a fun day. Even though it was work, it was still fun work. And everybody was really, really nice. And I got to smile a lot. My face doesn't hurt. And the client, the CES producer that we work with, she was really nice. It was just more standing than I really wanted to do, but I'm so glad that I had my Happy Feet insoles and my Hokas, because I think that saved me. All right, it's almost 4 o'clock, and my lunch was so good that right now I'm not even hungry, so I'm not gonna go home hungry. And my pants feel good. My belt is not too tight today, so these Fashion Nova pants worked out. And they worked out too because then I could put my phone in my back pocket. Whew. Peace out. The other amazing thing I forgot to share is the Vegas Loop. Man, that shit was awesome. So the other amazing thing, even though I just said that walking is good for me and all the stuff that I said on my other vlog, man, that loop came in handy, because what it is, right, is they have these Teslas, and it's kind of like rideshare, only in the sense that you don't have to use an app or anything, but basically you go to the Vegas Loop area and you tell them where you want to go, and then they have you stand in a short little area, like almost like a taxi stand with a number. You stand over there, and then a Tesla will come and pick you up, and they will load up the car. So for example, this morning I was alone, and I got in a Tesla going to the Central Hall, and then 2 other people that I don't know joined me, and we all rode over to the Central Hall. I mean, it was so awesome, because I can imagine that my feet hurt, and that walk that I would have had to do from Central Hall to West Hall would have been a pain in the ass. But all I had to do was walk to the Vegas Loop station, take the escalator down, and the Teslas go through tunnels to go from Central Hall to West Hall. It's super cool. And so I did take some, I don't know if I took pictures, but I did take some video of that riding in the Tesla in the underground tunnel. So that really saved my feet. And, congratulations to Nicole for getting almost 4,000 steps today. All right. Okay, I made it home. Several things came to my mind as I was driving home, but of course I couldn't write them down, so I'm not sure if I will remember them. But one is that we had a 2-hour break. Well, it was a break from 11:45 to 1:45, so yeah, 2 hours. And they were like, you could go walk on the show floor, and just, they didn't want us to take anything from the booth, like any, because they give away all kinds of stuff. And And I was like, shoot, my dogs are barking and I want to make sure that I can make it through the day. So I'm not going to be walking around no show floor trying to see too much. I'm not that interested. So I was like, let me make sure I sit down and relax, make sure I'm hydrated, make sure I'm regulated. Like I said, I put my headphones on during lunch, listen to some soft jazz, listen to a little bit of Oprah Soul Sessions, just to, because it's a highly, highly stimulating environment. But I do think that my Hoka shoes did pretty good. My Hoka shoes and my Happy Feet, because even though my body is sore and my back is sore, it's definitely not as bad as it would have been previously. So I'm excited about that. Like, I can actually walk. It's sore, but it's not like I can't walk because I'm in so much pain. So that's good. And let me pause to think if there was anything else that I was going to say. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I can just record another video. So anyway, I am looking forward to having here's an example, is I do not feel like it's going to be a problem for me to get up in a little while after I get a little bit of rest. I don't feel like it would be a big deal for me to get up and make my sandwich for tomorrow. Whereas other events, it'd be like, hey, let me just lay down. And the other thing I would say is that if I had been in a different situation where I was doing more sitting, I would have wanted to walk around, because when I sit for too long, I also get stiff. And so that would have been a blessing to be able to walk around. But I was like, no, I'm going to preserve my feet because I don't know how I'm going to do today. So we'll see if I end up wanting to walk around more tomorrow or the last day on Thursday. But, as exciting as it is and as fun as it is, I'm at the point in life where it's like, well, whatever. I also, like, in a way, I like being around people and I like the energy and the fun of events, but it's also overwhelming, all the people and everything going on. So I kind of like to just find a quiet corner and a quiet seat and woosah. And that's the weird thing about my version of introversion that may be different from other people who just like to stay home. But I am exhausted. I'm very tired. Just tired. I woke up early this morning and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So I got up and did a bunch of stuff. And then I finally went back to sleep for like maybe an hour. So I'm definitely tired. I think it was just the excitement of everything and just making sure that I got there, knew where I was going, or I didn't know where I was going. So making sure that I got there on time and everything. Tomorrow will be much more relaxed. And there was plenty of parking even left over by the end of the day, which was cool. So my my shift doesn't start until 9:45. I'll probably still get there around 8 or 8:30, just because you never know if there's going to be lines for that Tesla loop, the Vegas Underground loop, or anything. You just never know. Now, there was definitely some speakers who showed up right before they were about to speak that had the producer stressed out, but generally speaking, when you do events and you're the behind the scenes people, last minute is not the business. I am just laying here, relaxing, going through my phone, organizing my to-do list and my calendar, checking my emails and my messages, getting everything together for tomorrow, preparing for tomorrow. And I will be eating dinner pretty soon. I am so glad that I made what I made, so it'll just be so easy to just heat that up and then go to bed. I am fucking tired. But the other thing I want to say is that I did get to the convention center later than I planned because I started messing around on social media this morning, and that caused me a delay. And so I had originally planned to leave my house at 7 to get to the convention center by 7:30, but I really didn't get there until like 7:40, maybe 7:45. I can't remember, but it was later than I had anticipated. And I am so glad that I did get there early because, you know, it was super confusing trying to get to the creator stage because it wasn't well marked on all the big maps, and it was in the middle of the hall, but it was like it was not easy to just be like, where's the creator stage? And so thankfully the way the mobile app works is that it knows your location because you give it location access, and so it shows you in the map where you are on the show floor and how to walk over to the creator stage. So I'm so glad that I allowed myself plenty of time. But just in case it sounds crazy when I say that we get there early, is the person that I was working with in the booth that we were working in, she got there at 7:30 because we don't be playing, because you will not get booked if you are continuously late. I mean, of course things happen, and of course they understand and all the things, but you know, for both of us, it's the first time for us working for this company, and we just didn't know what to expect. But the other thing I would say is that the little areas that I videoed is just one hall, and I mean, they have stuff outside, they have stuff in the West Hall, they have stuff in the North Hall. They're taking up space and doing stuff in all the hotels, not all of them, but a lot of the hotels on the Strip. They have stuff at the Fontainebleau, stuff at Resorts World. I mean, this show is massive, and I don't know that I would ever care to walk around to see everything. Maybe if I had a golf cart. Oh, and even as I was walking out of the hall, they had some what looked like luxury golf carts, and I was like, man, I could get in one of those right now. Anyway, I'm exhausted. I am going to be eating dinner soon. I did actually end up making a DoorDash order, but not for food, for some grocery items that I wanted to add to my lunch for tomorrow to give me a little bit of variety. But that lunch just hit the spot, and I'm so glad that I had it and didn't have to go anywhere to eat, that I could just sit right there and eat because my feet were hurting. Tomorrow should be easier because today we had a session that was kind of a little bit back to back, but very, very interesting stuff that they were talking about. And I may post the screenshots of some of the speaker topics of what they were talking about on the creator stage. It sounds more technical and boring than it actually was. I mean, these people, they're from YouTube, from Meta, from LG, and, you know, I was just like, wow, they're baby creator that I am, and here I am in the creator space. And so I just thought that was interesting. But what I will say is tomorrow, even though I'm still going to get up probably at 5, because sometimes I'm just much more fresh in the morning than I am when I'm exhausted like this and tired. But what I was also going to say is tomorrow, because now I know where I'm going, now I know how the Vegas Underground loop works, now that I know where exactly in the hall the stage is, because it's not going to change. Now that I know all that stuff, I don't have to plan to be so far ahead, because this morning what I had planned to do is I had planned to get to the convention center, and I didn't know what the parking was going to be like. But if I got to the parking lot early, then I was going to sit in the car, maybe vlog a little bit, do some other stuff on my to-do list, etc. But soon as I got to the convention center and to the parking lot, because I didn't know where I was going, I went right ahead and went inside the convention center. So tomorrow I still plan to get there early, but my shift actually starts 45 minutes later. And so I still plan to get there early, but I will have more time, I think, this time tomorrow to do some of the stuff that I plan to do in the car and just chill. Because now I know where I'm going. Now I know how the whole Tesla thing works. That was super cool. And boy, did that save my feet. Because I could have done it, but that would have been one hell of a walk to go from Central Hall to West Hall when my dogs were already barking all day. What they had originally told me is that we would be in a situation where we would scan people into the session, and then once the session starts, we could sit at the table or sit at a table. But the way that the whole section was set up in the whole booth, which I'll add videos to the end of one of these vlogs, is that people were coming in and out the whole time. So we had to stand the whole time and walk around scanning people. So I'm not going to say anything to the company this time, but probably after, because I have another show coming up with them in the middle of January, but probably after that, I would just, if they tried to book me for this again, I would say, hey, book me for a different kind of situation, because this one was a little bit intense for me, and we did not get to sit while the sessions were going on. Anyway, my battery's low, so I'm out. So I remember one of the other things that I wanted to say is that there were so many people who had selfie sticks. I didn't see as many tripods, but some people who had tripods, people, all kinds of people were taking photos and videos and selfies and all the things. And it was like, I guess the universe is also helping me with my self-consciousness, because it was just like, oh, I guess everybody does it. And so I shouldn't feel so weird about it. And, people, there was even a guy in there, he had a tripod, and he had even a little microphone where he was talking. And then there were people with really, big professional cameras. And so it's just like, maybe I'm just old school or whatever, but it's just something to get used to, because I'm just so afraid of people thinking, oh, you're so self-absorbed and so into yourself by sitting there filming yourself all the time, and then, worried about other people getting captured and feeling weird about it. But it's like, it's really so clear that that's not an issue, and this is what people are used to. So that was the other thing that was like, okay, I guess God is trying to show me that the world has changed and it's not like it used to be. So that was the other thing. Something else that I had on my list is that on Saturday, and even in previous posts, I've talked about the book Too Much regarding high functioning codependency, and that I'm still in process of reading that book. I didn't listen to the audiobook this morning on the way to the convention center. My mind was too scattered, because it's so funny, even though I didn't have to be there till 9:00 because I was behind my own schedule, I started to feel a little bit adrenalized from it. So I didn't want to listen to the book. Plus, I'm going to an event on Saturday, and one of the things that we have to do is we have to memorize this cheer, because it's a game night event, and our team, is organized, and our team captain is like, okay, you guys, here's the cheer. You guys have to memorize it. And I used to be good at memorizing stuff like that because, I sang in choirs and all the things, but I'm having a difficult time trying to wrap my head around memorizing this cheer, but I don't want to let my team down. So anyways, I recorded an MP3 of the cheer and I was listening to it in the car on the way. I'm pretty sure I will memorize at least 90% of it by the time Saturday comes, but it's like, oh shit. Like I said, I told you that my to-do list is already getting longer and longer, but it's all like, personal stuff, which is not a bad thing. It's not like it's work and stressful stuff, but anyway, the point is going to, and my DoorDash order is here, so I'm about to go. But I just wanted to make a quick note because I did make a note in my keep notes about high functioning codependency because I had mentioned that in my vlog on Saturday, January 3rd, when I was talking about the book, is the other reason why I have had historically a tendency to be a high-functioning codependent. I'm just going to read my notes. I wrote down that it's also a way to avoid boredom. It's a way to avoid my own feelings, avoid my own life, and avoid my own creative expression. If I can pour into someone else, I don't have to pay attention to my own self and what I might be feeling. Also, afraid of being called selfish, self-centered, and spoiled if I'm too focused on myself. Again, talking about the whole tripod situation and not someone else. And so I have historically poured a whole gang of energy into other people, places, and things, trying to prove myself, also trying to avoid boredom and avoid my own creative expression. Like instead of pouring into myself and my own creativity, hiding behind other people and pouring into them. And so I just wanted to add that as an aside of all the different factors that have reminded me of how I have fallen into the codependency trap, trying to rescue other people instead of saving my own self. All right, time to eat. So the other big topic on the creator stage today was, first of all, they talk about AI big time, but the other thing that they also talked about is authenticity and how important human authenticity is and all the things. So those were like the two big overriding themes, is AI and then human authenticity for creators. And it's helpful for me to hear that because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just be my authentic self. So anyways, there was a guy on the stage, his name is Zach Nelson, and he has a YouTube channel called Jerry Rig something or another. And I wasn't familiar with anybody on the stage, and it was actually disappointing to realize tonight that it was like, man, they didn't have one Black person on the stage, I don't think, and I'm not sure that any of the people on the stage were people of color either. There was an Asian man at the very, very end, but other than that, that's sometimes what can be very frustrating to me about corporate events is sometimes, even though the events are very, very diverse, a lot of times it just kind of seems like, man, where are the Black people? So anyways, I guess I have to, for another day. So anyway, this guy, Zach Nelson, I think somebody gave him some of those AI, or not AI, but I don't think they were Meta glasses, but those glasses where I think the person on the stage, the glasses film what the person on the stage sees. And I was in the audience and I was like, I want to see that footage because it's like, I want to see me in action in the in the creator space. So anyways, I was looking on Twitter to see if I could maybe find, because I'm usually never on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. And so I was trying to see if I could find where maybe he had posted himself with these glasses on in the audience so I could find footage of myself. And the first thing that came up when I looked on X is when I typed in CES, is they were saying that LG had debuted a robot, speaking of AI, that could cook and clean and I think fold laundry. And so, you know, remember what I said the other day about a man when I was at Whole Foods and how it would be great if he cooked and cleaned? And it's like, shoot, maybe AI could replace that situation and I wouldn't even have to deal with the man. I'm not saying men are bad. I'm just saying, based on everything that I said before, I never even considered that a robot could do some of the things that I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm sleepy as fuck. My dinner was amazing. I'm not saying I would ever cook it for anybody else because maybe no one else would like it. But man, it was delicious and it hit the spot. And I am ready for bed, and it's not even, well, it's just now 7 o'clock. Okay, yeah, she's the founder of Blavity and Afrotech. So this is awesome. I love it. I love how the universe responds to me.
It has come to my attention because my last video got 0 views that you all do not know what CES is. So let me explain. But first, let me show you this view out of my window. Hold on. The sphere. Hi. Oh my gosh, how nice. I'm here with actually literally Lenovo. Perfect timing. CES stands for Computer Electronics Show. It is the biggest tech show in the world. People from all over the world come here to Las Vegas to demo their products. It is so big that the convention center can't even hold all of the expo floor. The devices that you guys love, Oura Rings, Alexa, any hardware consumer product that you're using is being demoed here. All the latest technology, all the companies that are like showing new products, what's coming next, all the demos that aren't even really live yet are here at this show. So leave a comment below of what devices you're thinking about buying this year in 2026, like at-home devices, health devices.
Especially for like this show and everything, there's lots of people from different countries and everything, so. Got any quick questions about the town?
No, we're here. We live in Vegas, so we're working today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why we're tired. Because we're
Yes.
standing.
Yeah.
Standing, standing, standing.
Yeah.
Standing and talking.